Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Vigilante, and you're watching the Vigilante Effect. Just the other day, I was visiting my fiance and her family, and on the way back, apparently I hit a pothole on the FDR, and that went south from there. The car just made this crazy loud sound, and I had to pull over to the side of the highway. Cops came to help me out to get off the highway, and yeah, so what ended up happening is my exhaust got messed up. I gotta buy a new pipe, and I actually have to spend some money now. So that's kind of a bad thing, because the whole reason I'm working right now is because I'm trying to save up every single last penny that I have for this wedding that I'm about to have in July. And but now there's some setbacks that come up every now and then, so this is just one of them, or it's not. We'll see. So anyway, the point of this is so I can tell you or explain to you how Muslims deal with quote-unquote catastrophes, or bad news, or things of this nature. When something bad happens, so whenever something bad or good happens, we say Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah literally means all praise is to God. So we say that it makes sense, for you. You might say, okay, that makes sense if you believe in God, and something good happens to you. You say, oh, all praise is due to God. Like thank God this happened. But imagine if something really bad happened to your house or your family or whatever, the car for instance, and then you say thank God. Someone might be like, wow, how evil of a person that must be for them to be like, thank God that this happened to my family. So here's the reasoning behind it. We believe that everything has a purpose, that whatever happens, there's a reason behind it happen, and it can always be worse. So that's why we say thank God. So for instance, yesterday or 2 days ago, when I messed up the car, I was actually driving my fiance's mom to work. So while messing up the car, she had to go late, and I basically, my day off got messed up. So to me, I see that as a good thing. I say thank God, because you never know what might have happened. First of all, it could have been worse. It could have been something that's going to cost a lot more. I might have totaled the car. Second of all, the good thing that came out of it is that now I know what to do for next time that something like that happens. And now I'm setting up the car so that I can raise it off the ground a little bit more, so that I can avoid such accidents. Third of all, you never know what might have happened, because for Muslims, we believe everything's written. We believe in destiny, and that's another topic that I'll talk about, another time, because that might be a confusion. But we believe in destiny, that everything's written. So everything that happens, we believe it's been already preset. That doesn't take away from the fact that we have freedom of choice, because at the end of the day, we don't know exactly what's going to happen next. So for instance, I don't know what's going to happen when I start working today. I don't know if I'm going to fight with somebody, if I'm going to get a raise. I don't know that. So everything is still freedom of choice. I still have the choice to say what I'm saying right now, and do what I want to do. But according to our beliefs, God has full knowledge and eternal knowledge. So because he has eternal knowledge, it would make sense that of course he would know everything that's going to happen before it happens. So based on him knowing everything that's going to happen, he wrote it down, and therefore everything's already written, everything's already predestined. But it's not to say that everybody, like, I'm forced to do what I'm doing and you're forced to do what you're doing. No, but everything's written based on the actions that we choose, and based on the knowledge that God has. He already knows what we're going to do. So that's why we believe in destiny. So how does this come into what I'm saying? This comes into what I'm saying that by the fact that I don't know what might have happened if I didn't mess up the car. I might have driven to Jersey, because I was driving in New York City. So I might have driven to Jersey, and maybe there was a car accident there. I might have gotten into a car accident, and you know, you never know. God forbid, something bad might have happened to me, or I might have taken my day off, and something worse might have happened. So at the end of the day, we don't know what was going to happen. We just know that whatever the reason is, there's wisdom behind it, and that's why we always say Alhamdulillah. So this goes for everything, really. You know, this goes for relationship problems. This goes for daily life problems. And you know, really, if you think about it, if you go by a mentality like that, you know, how can you be depressed? You know, I mean, you know, realistically speaking, people can still be depressed, but if you go by that type of thinking, where everything is good no matter what, you know, it's like the Lion King, Hakuna Matata. Everything's cool, no matter what. Everything's cool, bad or good. And you know, like, how would you be upset? You know, like, I feel this is the best way to live life. So for instance, let's say you're having a relationship problem. You were with somebody and it didn't work out, or whatever, or you wanted to be with somebody and that didn't work out. Look, be happy if it didn't work out. Don't be upset. You know, I mean, of course, being human, you know, things like that will hurt us, and it's going to break our hearts. And you know, we get our hearts broken, and we feel like, oh, it's never going to get fixed. This is, you know, I'm never going to find somebody else. I'm never going to fix this issue, etc., etc. But then something comes up, and somebody might come up later, and they will change all of that, and you'll look back and you say, wow, thank God I did not end up being with that other person, because if I was, wow, life would have been so much harder. Or look at how they turned out to be. You know, you never know exactly how things will be. So my thing is, just be happy. Just be happy how everything turns out, and you know, be grateful, because at the end of the day, you still have things that other people don't have. You know, most of us still have food on the table. We have the luxury to be able to watch videos like this. We have a lot of things that we've been blessed with that other people haven't been blessed with, and that's another reason for why we say, you know, we say thank God, or we say praise be to God as Muslims, because we always look at other people that are less fortunate than us. That's the way we're supposed to be. We're supposed to look at other people that are less fortunate than us, and look at what we have, and then be grateful for that. So for instance, I'm sitting here, like, think about this for real, like, I'm sitting here realistically worrying about how my exhaust pipe is broken, and I'm gonna sit here and cry about it and be all pissed off about it and be like, what the hell, and curse and this and that, and then at the same time somebody around the world is dying because they can't afford to get a morsel of food in their mouth. And other people, their kids are dead, or their mothers have passed away from something, or they're getting shot down by a government or whatnot. You know, they're two uncomparable situations. You can't even say, you know, when I compare my situation to something like that, it's like, wow, man, I should be happy. Like, what am I complaining about? You know. Like, I'm sitting here playing Call of Duty and people around the world are, you know, starving. You know? So, moral of the story is be happy. Always find something to smile about. Always be happy. And that's something about that's something that Islam teaches us as Muslims. That's one thing that's like a big misconception. People think like, and you know what? I blame a lot of Muslims for this. People think that Muslims are supposed to be like, oh, you know, all strict and angry all the time, and like they have a, you know, like a nasty face on. And actually, this is supposed to be the opposite. You know, we're supposed to be smiling most of the time. That's one of the traits of the Prophet Muhammad, who is the Prophet that brought, who was believed to be the last messenger in Islam. So one of his traits was that he used to smile all the time, and he said smiling is a charity. You know, and think about it psychologically. This is true. You know, when you smile at somebody, that's the more likely you get somebody to like you. The more you smile at someone, the more they like you, and the happier they feel. Even if you have absolutely nothing in common, you know, unless you're like grinning at him or her, you know. You know, if they're like dying or something, like, you know, you smile like, hey, 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 hey. No, that's bad. That's not gonna make them like you. It's gonna make them hate you. But if you're a smiling type of person, that naturally brings a better mood to the situation. And something people used to think about me, which is not true actually. Some people used to think that I smile even when I'm angry, and for some reason that made them like me more. But actually, that's what my fiance said. She used to think that I smile when I'm angry. She found that that's not the case. So yeah, she think that because of like the way we used to interact before, you know, before we got engaged, and you know, before we actually got to know each other more. Yeah, smiling works. So as Muslims, we're supposed to be happy. We're supposed to be smiling, but unfortunately, you know, I'm not gonna lie. You do see a lot of stuff on TV that shows Muslims being angry all the time, and that's unfortunate because that's really not the case. It's not supposed to be the case, but it just happens to be that that's the way it's portrayed sometimes, and at the same time, that's the way some Muslims do really act. But we'll talk about that another time. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the commentary. It's a little different than what I usually talk about, but you know, whatever. I thought I'd just share that with you. And if you liked it, please subscribe, rate it, let me know how you feel. And peace out. Peace.